Hello and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is your Fearless Friday message with Callie DeBlander Brigham, calling from beautiful Pensacola Beach, Florida. And also, happy birthday to my handsome hubby, Josh. Today is his birthday. So it's going to be fun celebrating him today and just honoring him. So I was trying to think of what I should do my message about. And on Wednesday, late afternoon, I had the privilege of swinging by. Excuse me, you guys. I have this little cough still. It's driving me crazy, so I apologize. I was swinging by a gorgeous beach home rental about 5 minutes from my house where top sales directors Tanya Kremke and Tina Dees were hosting an amazing Winners Week for some of their stellar sales directors and consultants. And by the way, one of those stellar sales directors is none other than Christy Eggers. And so many of you know Christy because she is the ultimate go-give in recording our messages every day and posting them. And we are so thankful for you, Christy. And I got to meet her husband, Wade, who also helps with this too. And so the pair of them, I just they go above and beyond to bless thousands and thousands of us every single day. So it was great to hug Christy. And while I was there, just kind of visiting, Tanya said, okay, well, tell us your thoughts on double credit. And I was like, okay. And after I was done, Christy came up to me. She goes, well, there's your $1 million message. And I was like, oh, yes. So thank you, Christy, for just noticing, observing that, pointing it out, and allowing me to share with everybody today. So I have not talked to you since they launched the double credit for this month, or the team building promotion as well. And how amazing is this, right? So I'm going to share with you my thoughts. Now, before I talk to you about both the sales double credit and the sharing double credit, I want to tell you about a book that I am reading. And I'm so thankful to top sales director Debbie Albrecht. She and I share book ideas all the time. Like, what book are you reading? So she told me about this book called The Breakthrough Code by Tom McCarthy. Breakthrough Code by Tom McCarthy. And I am reading it. I'm about maybe a quarter of the way through, absolutely loving it. And while I was at my nail appointment yesterday, I always bring my AirPods, and during my pedicure, I usually work just a little bit, and during my manicure, I listen to something. And she had also sent me a YouTube of the podcast that he was on, Tom McCarthy, with Ed Mylett, and I really enjoyed it while I was listening there. And one of the things that he talks about is that basically, you can't chase too many rabbits, right? You can't chase more than one rabbit. And so he says it like this. He says, focus on less, then obsess. Focus on less, then obsess. And he had everybody do this little exercise. Well, he had Ed do this exercise. And I was doing it while I was at the nail salon, so I'm going to have you guys do it too. Take your right foot and start just kind of rotating your ankle clockwise. Okay, so just rotate your ankle clockwise unless you're driving. And then, while you continue to do that, take your right hand and draw a 6 in the air. Okay, it's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard because one of your appendages is wanting to go one way and the other one's wanting to go the other way. And he basically said that is a great example of what it's like I'm focusing on too many things. So I'm here to tell you that whether it is the core of sales double credit that you want to go for or the core of sharing double credit that you want to go for, can you do both? Of course you can. Lots of people will. But do you want to focus on one as your primary? Yes, you do. So let's first talk about the core to sales with the double credit. Now, just so you know, and everyone's math will be different on this, it's almost like you're getting 3 months for the price of one, okay? Almost like 3 months for the price of one. And I did the math. If you had nothing in July, nothing in August, and nothing in September, but you maxed out the double credit this month in October with $2,000 wholesale, which counts as $8,000 retail. All you would need is $3,000 in November and $3,000 in December, and you would be on target for the National Court of Sales, which means not only would you be on target for the National Court of Sales, but it also means that if you're attending leadership conference, you would get to go to the party, stars and guitars, right? That's if you had nothing in. Now, if you subtract what you already have in, you can figure out your own math with how much you would want to do in November and December to be able to be considered on target for the National Court of Sales. Pretty cool, right? And hey, I'm actually talking to all of you because DIQs are invited to attend leadership conference. So I'm talking to you as well, even if you have no team members. We'll get to that in a minute. So that's just really spectacular to think about what that would look like. Or maybe you're thinking, I can't think that far. What about being on target for the Princess Court, right? Same concept. You're just going to subtract from the Princess Court numbers to be on target. So it's basically half. Wow, that's so cool. If you had nothing in and you max out double credit this month, $1,500 wholesale in November, $1,500 wholesale in December, and you would be on target. So how do you break down your retail sales month? Well, I think that you have a three-pronged attack, okay? So three-pronged attack to reach your retail sales goal for the month of October. This is the way I look at it. The first is you're going to incorporate your reorder sales. So look at traditionally what you sell in reorders only. Okay, so maybe it's $200, maybe it's $500, maybe it's $1,000, and you put that in one category. So one of your focuses this month is having great reorder communication, right? If you don't do anything different, you're going to nail that number typically, right? Because we're creatures of habit and so are our customers. But if you really focus on maybe increasing that just a little bit, maybe you want to increase your reorders by $100 or a couple $100, maybe by offering upsales, or many of you do the monthly sales deals, or maybe offering something for a birthday, right? Or maybe just being intentional and following up. So reorder sales, have a sales retail goal for your reorder sales. Have it based on what you do historically and maybe focus on an increase a little bit. The second pronged attack is new faces, right? What is your average sale per face? Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100. Well, how many faces are you committed to seeing this month? Virtual, in-person, or hybrid? So have a goal there, right? Maybe your goal is 10 faces, 20 faces, 30 faces, 50 faces in this virtual world. That's going to bring the bulk of your retail sales, is that second category. And then lastly, I like to think of it as kind of like an auxiliary opportunity. This month is full of them. So maybe you have the difference between what your reorders are going to bring in and your new faces. Maybe you still need $1,000 or $2,000. Why not have that come from, let's just say, holiday sales, right? And this could even include the first two groups. Maybe as somebody reorders, you say, by the way, let me help you finish out your holiday shopping early. Wouldn't that feel amazing? So all you have to do is bake cookies and sing carols for the next 2 months. Maybe there are people that don't traditionally buy Mary Kay from you, that you could say, hey, my goal is to have everyone in my life buy at least one of their Christmas gifts from me. Who can we shop for? Maybe it's businesses for their employees. Maybe it's men, and you think of the guys that you know and you help them shop. Maybe it's at your appointments, and when you're done, you're saying, maybe it's a wish list that they fill out, and maybe you contact their Santa. So holiday sales could be one. You know, this is a month that is traditionally also known for breast cancer awareness, prevention of domestic violence, and infertility awareness, too. So maybe there's something that you could do along those lines. There's also first responders, particularly those that are in the Florida, Southern Florida, Central Florida, Northeast Florida. Maybe you do something special for them. Incorporate your customers in that. And maybe it's a mint bliss with lotion or something along those lines. Of course, adopt a grandparent is also a great opportunity, too. Make sure you just follow the legal requirements. These are not donations. Your customers can purchase, again, a hand cream or a lip balm or a mint bliss, and then you'll be able to distribute this to a local assisted living or nursing home. So I like to think of the third opportunity as something auxiliary, right? So hopefully that will help you figure out a game plan to max out this double credit or more, right? Who says you have to stop at 2,000 wholesale? You can keep going. Now, of course, it's only maxed out to the 2,000 wholesale, but no one says you've got to stop selling once you reach that amount. So that's the first part that I want you to think about. The second part, of course, is the court of sharing. Oh, my goodness. Just figure this one out. If you had 6 new beauty consultants this month, that counts as 12. What? They have 4 months to accumulate 600 wholesale. So they have October, November, December, and January. And if all 6 do, or when they do, that counts as 12 qualified recruits. That's half of the court of sharing. Are you kidding me? And guess what? If they become qualified by the end of December, that counts as being on target, and that means you get to go to the party, stars and guitars. Now, what else could that mean? Well, sales directors, obviously. Hello. But non-sales directors, what if you committed to that? You would just need 4 more if you don't have any women on your team, and you would be able to come to Leadership Conference with us in January in Nash Vegas, baby. We're calling it the Dash to Nash, right? Wow, what would that mean? So I'm here to tell you with this $20 promotion, and I know that you're like, well, if they wouldn't start for 30, why would they start for 20? You know, that is, I think, a misguided interpretation. Sometimes women need a sign. They need a little nudge. They need a little reason. And so if I were you and what I've been doing, I'm carrying a $20 bill around with me everywhere. On social, I'm putting the $20. If you want to look at my social, I Googled what are things that you could buy for $20. You will love that post. It's too much fun. I'm also sharing in my story, now not a call to action, but just sharing $20 bills everywhere. I'm contacting my customers. And I love a good emoji menu. Hey, girl, I don't know if you heard the buzz, but it's just $20 to join me for some fun in Mary Kay. Text me back an emoji, and I do a heart if I'm like, yes, girl, I'm in. A question mark is like, okay, intriguing, I've got questions, and a crying face if it's like, no, but I still love you. My customers are so funny. Some are texting back hearts. I'm like, all right, let's go. Some are texting back question marks. Great. And every crying emoji that I've gotten, and I've gotten some, they always, it's like women can't stand to hurt someone's feelings. And so they're like, crying emoji, but I just want to say how great you are, or I just want to say I love you, or I just want to say I need my cleanser. So however you want to communicate that, but don't cast a wide net. Cast a wide net for this. Don't women want what we have right now? Half price for their holiday gift giving, extra money for Christmas, something fun to look forward to. So just wanted to put that in perspective. I would utilize that 20. Now keep in mind, once they have the $20 option and they're interested in wanting to do it, then you can let them know about upgrading to 90. Then you can let them know after they sign about the free Skin Vigorate brush when they place their order. Then you can let them know about other bonuses. But the $20 is the hook. I want you to picture a fishing line, and there's a $20 bill hanging from the line, right? This is the hook this month. Share it with everybody. Go crazy. Go bananas. Don't overthink it. Don't prejudge. Don't base it on past or historical events, right? Offer this opportunity to everybody. And then at the end of the day, you've got your goal, you've got your strategy, but I want you to tie it to a dream. What would an extra $2,000 mean for you and your family right now? Attach it to something important. You guys know how important that is for me, right? I'm literally in the middle of planning all the things for my trip with Braden, my son, next May and June when we go to Italy and Switzerland. I'm so excited. But I've had to start to shift and think, okay, what's next, Callie? And for me, you guys, I just hired a closet organizer. I'm so excited. I'm a pretty neat person, fairly organized, but I want a new vision for my Mary Kay closet and this little closet under our stairs we call the Heidi Hole, and for my personal closet too. And so I'm going to be paying her. And I'm using my Mary Kay money for it. And I'm super excited. And trust me, that gets me on the phone and working. So attach it to a dream once you've got that goal, once you've got that strategy that will make your heart pitter-patter, that will get you out of bed, that will help you stay focused on days when you don't feel like it. So God bless you as you have this double credit month. Oh, my goodness. Pick one or the other. Follow it and pursue it with all your passion. I would not be surprised if you get both. And I cannot wait to see what happens. God bless you. Have a great day. I'll talk with you next week. Bye-bye.